fellow vapors, Vaping Newbie here, and it's been a busy after the holidays. I seem to be doing a lot of videos. And guess where I went? There, that's better, my normal hat. So why am I doing this video? I want to talk about a new product that I bought. Well, it's not new. It's another Lemo. Yeah, I had to get another Lemo. I liked it so much. And this one's a black one. Now, I hope you saw my previous video on Lemo, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But I wanted to touch on a couple of the quirks, and then I wanted to discuss native wicks. And all this came from G2K Vape, g2kvape.com. It's down below. Take a look. They only sell authentic devices and some really kick-ass juice. So go take a look. But you're going to see sort of snippets, edits. This video has taken place over the course of 7 days. So I really wanted to zone in on things. So it's going to be kind of choppy, and I apologize for that. But I'm hoping I'm just hitting points and I'm not just babbling. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. I spoke about this piece in my previous video on the Lemo, and now I'm actually I had put it in, and that's to do to cover the fill hole without using the screw. Let's see if you can get that focus, Gord. And it's a little plastic ring that has nubs on it, and one of the nubs simply just sits in the fill hole. And I want to show you something. This build that I did, this little microcoil 6-wrap build, which for me usually comes out to about anywhere, it comes out generally about 1.15, 1.2 ohms. And this one, however, was all over the chart. So there were a couple of things that was going wrong with this. Look at this, it's coming out at 1.45. And one of the things that was going incredibly wrong with this was that took a lot of fumbling to get it in, A. And B, when I remove that piece, when I take out that rubber piece, you're going to see quite a big difference. Let me just take that out. It's out now. I'm just putting the top or the bottom back on. I'm going to put it back on my ohm reader, 1.21. So it is having an effect on it. Now, that could just be because it's not placed properly, but I got to be honest with you, I think I'm just going to switch over and keep the screw rather than that plastic thing. Will the screw be a pain? Yes, most definitely. But if I'm carrying 2 Lemos on any given day and I got anywhere from 4 to 5 milliliters of juice in there, I think I'm going to be okay. Really nice flavor. So that is one of the quirks that I could not get my head around. But another mistake, and this was a self-inflicted mistake for those that are new to building, you always should wash out your tanks before you use them. And which I did. I washed it out last night, I gave it a good scrubbing, and went to build on it today, and couldn't figure out why I was getting on a 6-wrap a 1.6, and then it jumped to 2.2 ohms. Well, the reason for that, folks, is there was a little bit of water residue that was in here that I did not see. I put that plastic piece in, a rubber piece, and it just covered up the water. And what happened was it was almost shorting out the build. So I took a very close look, got some, as Phil calls it, vapor towel, cleaned it all out, and now it's running smooth. I took out that plastic piece. I will not be using it. I'll stay with a screw, with the screw. Here it's runs well with my little microcoil, and of course always lighting inside to outside. It's doing well. So I'm going to wick this, but what am I going to wick it with? Well, at G2K I also picked up something new to me, a new type of cotton called native wicks, and this is it's about $10 for a 3 feet long piece. But with microcoils that I build, you can actually cut off. I'll cut off probably about 1.5 inches and then split that into 3. Roll that, and let's try it. Okay, so what I did was I took about 1.5 inches of cotton out there and cut it in 3. And the native wicks cotton, and again, it's G2K just going up top. It's made in the United States. It is mentioned here. Contains no pesticides, chemicals, or natural oils. Extremely absorbent and heat resistant, which to me is a great combination. So I've transferred some juice from Right Vapes. It's that pear almond that I spoke about the other day. I transferred some in to a one of those needle nose bottles. Now, folks, I'm not going through all of this because I hope that you watched the first video. So there it is. I got some rabbit ears going in. I'm just going to push those down along the wall of the build deck. It's very, very light cotton. It's thinner than the cotton that I've been using, which is that organic cotton that I picked up at a local department store that starts with W and ends in Mart. So I got that in. I'm just going to prime that a bit, put some juice in there. Now I'll put this on the device. I always like to give it a fire before just to make sure that everything's copacetic. Oh yeah, that's going to go well. Oh yeah, really good flavor. So, and I like the fact that the cotton will last a bit longer. So it's a combination of two things. We have the Lemo, which is to me a superior tank, even though it's not an expensive tank. These things go for about $45, $45, $50. It's inauthentic. It's not a clone. The airflow control, a lot of people think that it's a pain to get in there, but again, you know what draw you like. So once you have it set, you're good. And now the native wicks. This cotton is going to determine how long it's going to be before I have to change it. So there's going to be a lapse in time between what you're seeing now and the end product of this video, just to show you how this goes in the cotton and how long I can go without changing it. So stick around. We're going to revisit it in about a week or so. So we'll put that kind of lapse in and see how the cotton's holding up. Okay, so step one, this is the coil I put in the stainless steel Lemo with the regular organic cotton. So you can see that it's really black. I've been using it for 5 days, so I'm going to change this out, but we're going to look at the other cotton when that's done after 5 days as well. Okay, kids, don't try this at home. So what we have here is the wick with the native Wicks cotton. Okay, so I fired up that wick, as you saw. It didn't really burn. You see that it is blackened, but for the most part, after using it for actually 7 days, it's not that bad. If you remember the other cotton, it was pitch black after 5, so it is longer lasting, and it can keep going. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the tank back together, put some juice in, and see how the flavor is. Okay, so I'm back up top. Ooh, makes me sound so professional. Reassembled the tank, put some juice in. Here we go. Folks, native wicks. You saw it. I lit it on fire. I'm not getting a charred taste. I'm not getting a burnt taste. Now, let's expand that a bit. I've been using this tank, now not exclusively, but definitely one of the primary tanks that I've been using for 7 straight days. Same wick. I've changed the juice 4 times, different juices, same wick. It sort of speaks for itself. The absorbency, great. The fact that it's so heat resistant makes it longer lasting. I can see drippers loving this. Now, I'm not a dripper, so it's hard. I'm not 100% sure, but I would have to imagine, since it is so heat resistant and more durable, that would be a very good wick for a dripper. If you are a dripper, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is a fantastic product. About $10 for 3 feet of this. Now, I use a roughly 2.1 millimeter coil diameter, so I can easily cut this in half. So I'm getting 6 feet for $10. Gianni, thank you very much. I never mentioned you on video, but thank you very much for getting me to pick this up. I think it's a very good deal. And Mario, you know, you're like a brother to me. Folks, G2K Vape, there are 3 locations in Montreal. If you're in the city, there's one, there are 2 on Saint Laurent Boulevard, and there's 1 on Lac-Adère Boulevard, and that's where I like to go, Mario. Drop by, give them a shout, go see what they got, mention my name. Not going to get you anything. But let them know that you saw the video and that you're interested. It is a great product. If you're not in Montreal, g2kvape.com, link is down below. Go take a look. All authentic products, kick-ass juices. Just overall, one-stop shopping. So thank you to Gianni. Thank you, Mario, for allowing me again to represent G2K Vapes. Got the lid on, Mario. And folks, I hope you enjoyed it. I apologize that it's so choppy, but I really only wanted to highlight points and then really focus on the native wick plus some situations I had with the Lemo. So I hope you enjoyed it. Stay healthy and happy vaping. Take care, folks.